Okay, so we start with driver swing. Yeah, obviously where some of the issues arise. Setup is not bad, but do tend to open the shoulders a little bit, aim the shoulders a bit to the left with the longer clubs. And possibly over time we can get a little more engaged here in the legs, but really not bad. Okay, and then a lot of good stuff I like about this swing. Even your look there, it's just kind of half a glance, you're not really looking at anything. But anyway, we spoke about that, that's fine. Okay, grip posture all fine. Takeaway I love. Online, nice and quiet. Okay, so there we're starting to see the very strong, slightly closed face position. Okay. And then a nice hard set with the left wrist. So here's where the legs could be a little bit neat. You can see that right leg kind of just not quite athletic and balanced enough. Okay, but all good. All right, and then here's where it starts to go wrong. Okay. So this one not as bad. Okay, you'll see how it compares to the other swings. So on the bad one, the club face starts to go a little bit that way. Okay. And maybe you're used to having that. This was a better backswing, but now watch the downswing. Okay, initial change of direction, good. That's all good. That's what I mean by athletic legs. We want to keep that. Okay, and now watch what happens. Okay, watch your head first. All right, head backs away from the golf ball. That cranks the face from closed to very, very open. All right, and then the posture changes as we stall the body. Okay, so that's only going one way, that's way right. Okay, you can see even the leaning back over here. Okay, so that was a pretty good backswing, okay, with the more of a evident result of the downswing action that we're trying to get rid of. Okay, so again, this was a really good one. Wrong club, but really good one. Again, we can see maybe more obviously now, the legs, the feet can be a little more under the hips, a little more engaged. Rest of the setup really good. But the flag was over here. Okay, so now you can start to see what I mean about aiming left. Look how far left you're aiming there. Okay. Now, take away, beautiful. Closed, yes, closed. We might open it a little bit, but we're not too phased about that. Beautiful hard set there, like that. And then here's the issue here. Okay, so less, and that's why it was quite a good shot, and then you'll see the difference. Okay, but essentially look at it this way. All right, on the backswing, we never want, oh, sorry. Okay, the top of the backswing, you never want the club this side of the blue line. We want which is the blue line is your hands, right? We want the club setting that side of your hands, not this side. That side. At the top. Okay, and then from there, leg drive is brilliant. So you do have the capability to engage your legs. All right, and then here, watch when you back out. Watch the head. Head moves away from the ball as we try and get the face back on line. Okay, this one you did happen to, but actually you were aiming left and this was a push. So actually not that dissimilar to that driver. Just the margins are smaller with the driver than they are with this. I'm guessing it's an 8 or a 9-9. Okay, and then this is when it starts to get worse. So this can happen with the driver obviously as well. Well, it can happen with any club, but it's a bit more obvious now, right? Okay, so you can see the feet now too close to the ball. We want the feet a little further back under the hips and then the knees flexed. Everything else is brilliant. Oh, we don't need that. Okay, but now we're really going to see the difference. So same takeaway, everything. Now watch. Okay, so look how far across that club head gets. Okay, completely out. So if we did have the swing plane in, I can put the swing plane in. Okay, but look how far that club head is moving above the swing plane. So now we're almost doing a 90-degree, 80-degree angle back down to the golf ball, which obviously we can't do. So then what do? You back out, stall the body, and throw the arms underneath you. And that's where the inconsistency comes from. Okay, both directional and obviously on this one strike. Because you're backing out, hit behind it, and obviously that ball didn't go very far. Okay.
Hey, my mates. Lovely to meet you, and thanks for a really, really lovely morning. Really cool to watch you play golf. Just really impressive, really talented. I like a lot of what I see out there, and just also your attitude and sort of keenness to figure stuff out now. To put your hand up and go, okay, cool. I know I can hit a ball well, but I don't know where it's going, and I don't really know what to do, etc., etc. Okay, so that's if arguably is half the battle, right? Okay, so don't get too put off by your assessment there. That's me making notes of everything that I can pick up, but it's also in a way me planning the upcoming months, right? So then I will refer back to that assessment later on and go, okay, cool, right? So I'm happy with that. Now we can move on to other things, right? So it's not a case of we're trying to fix everything all at once. That's not how the game works. But on that note, a big thing in terms of your mental game and your mental journey is you need to figure out that you've got to have different keys and different thoughts when you're hitting driver versus when you're hitting gap wedge, or when you're hitting a bunker shot, or when you're putting, or when you're chipping. Okay, there's got to be a little bit of different thought processes happening. So it's not a case of working on 10 things, all right? But it is a case of working on 2 things in 5 different areas of the game. Tee shots, irons, short game, putting, but maybe a bit of mental work as well. And that's kind of how we can lay it out, right? Okay. And if we document it and stay on top of it, then it's not too much. Maybe when you first read it, you're like, oh, okay, but it's not. All right. Okay. So pretty simplistically, oh, by the way, this is the studio, so we'll be doing some of our work in here. But simplistically, what I can say, if you watch your videos, simplistically, what I can say, so much good stuff. Big fan of that strong left wrist and slightly closed face position. Okay, that's where a lot of your striking and ability comes from. So I really, really love that stuff. Leg work's pretty good, balance. Okay, you're strong guy. Love all that stuff. Pretty simplistically, okay, let's look at it this way. The golf swing essentially is a circle, all right? It's a circle built around our body, okay? So we kind of turn one way, let the club work around our body, turn through, let the club work around our body and through impact, all right? And then the face is either sort of square to that or a little bit closed, a little bit open, depending on what type of player you are, right? So that's kind of simplistically what it is, all right? So what you're doing, great setup, whatever. Okay, super strong set here, slightly closed, but super strong set here, really good. Okay, and then you get to the top, and then this club goes this way. Okay, so if you were to imagine a circle, okay, that circle is built around your height and your tilt, so that's what your circle should be, obviously bigger. All right, so all good up until here, and then right here at the top of the swing, all of a sudden it goes like that. So your whole angle and circle changes. Okay, now somewhere there you can't hit the golf ball from there. All right, and then, okay, I'll exaggerate. All right, so then you try and move this way to try and get the club back online, and that's when we start to see the change in height. Okay, which can cause the strike issues, but again, because you're not following your body and the club's kind of going that way, you can hit that thing right, left, straight, high or low. You can actually hit it pretty much anywhere. Okay, with the big issue being you're not following your body through impact. You're not making a circle through impact. All right, why are you not doing that? Probably because you didn't know that. Okay, but secondary, it's hard to do from there. If you try to do it from there, you would just hit straight down into the ground with a shut face. Okay, so that's simplistically it. All right, okay, so no, yes, no, yes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Everything the same, but instead of setting the club there, we're going to try and set the club there. And then instead of hitting the ball like that, we're going to try and hit the ball like that. That's pretty much what we're going to do. Simple as that. And then build our game as we go. Okay? All right. Thank you, my mate. Obviously, we'll get more and more in depth and detailed with it as we go. Okay, but that's kind of the breakdown of what we're talking about. Again, lovely to meet you. Thanks for a lovely morning and really looking forward to being a single figure handicap. All right, okay. Deal with it. It's going to happen. Talk to you later, mate.